So we're working with the twisted head to knee position, which is called parivrtta janusirsasana, it's called in Sanskrit. That nice long name for you. And one of the things about this position, just to show you, if I sit on the mat, this twisted head to knee, we have a twist that happens from here, the third center. And we also have at the same time a very sensitive opening to the region that we could assign to the fifth center along the collarbones. And what I'd like to focus on for today's theme is this combination of working on the one hand with the third center, which is quite an active, dynamic center, and on the other hand, the sensitivity that comes from this region here when it opens out. So we'll work with some positions that really focus on an opening, some positions that are more active, but also we'll look at how we can combine these two centers to work together. So would you like to start in a standing position? And you can take your awareness right at the start to this region here of the third center, manipura chakra, particularly the middle. The chakra is in the middle. And we want to bring a good activity from that center, a good activity of growth. And you can also raise your arms into the standing half moon, but just be aware that you keep this area around the collarbones a bit lighter so that you can flow lightly into the arms. And take the hands down again. I'd like to do this movement a few times so that we can really differentiate that we're active in the middle and flowing lightly through the chest, the shoulders, the arms, right through to the fingertips. Hands down again. Let's do that one more time. Just gliding up lightly with the arms, an active impulse in your middle. And continuing letting the movement stream through the upper spine and the arms to the fingers. And back down again. Let's bend forwards. Firm legs. Long back, relaxed neck and head. Swinging freely up. Once again, growing from the middle, streaming lightly through, including through the arms and the hands down. Let's come into the sun prayer and let's bring that theme in. Hands together, gliding up, a good lift from your middle, streaming through the upper spine and arms to the fingers. Come down into the forward bend. Hands by your feet, right foot back. Form a base with your legs. Lift from your middle and continue to stream through the upper spine and arms and fingers. Plank. Take the knees down. Chest down, slide along the ground, open into the cobra. Push into the downward dog. Right foot forward. Good base. Lift from the solar plexus. Lengthen through the upper body and the arms. Other foot forward. Rise up. Lift from your solar plexus and let the movement glide lightly through the rest of the upper body. Hands down. Hands together. Raise the arms. Lift and flow, continuing through. Come down. Left foot back. lift and flow through. Plank. Knees, chest and face down. Cobra. Downward dog. Left foot forward. Grow from your middle and stream on through. Other foot forward. Rise up. Lift. And continue to flow through. Hands by your sides. Let's do the standing head to knee position. Take your feet and legs together. Take the arms lightly above the head and come into the forward bend. Taking the hands quite far out in front of you. Be aware that your legs are really firm. We can work from the second center here at the sacrum. So that means that you can push your sitting bones back a little bit and then grow forwards as if from that region, right from the base of your spine. And allow that flowing movement through the upper body. Relax the body down again and swing up. Once again, let's do what we were doing before. Give a good impulse from your third center and a light opening in your chest. Hands by your sides. So just have a look over here. I'm going to demonstrate the standing head to knee position again. And we're going to this time start the movement from the second center. Then you'll see I'm going to lengthen the back more from the third. And then I'm going to continue the growing right through the upper part of the spine. Just watch carefully. So I'm keeping the upper body relatively free. Now I'm giving a little impulse back from the second center. Now I'm lifting up my rib cage and lengthening from the middle. And then I'm lifting up the chest even more and lengthening through the upper part of the spine. So we can really intensify the growing through the whole spine. So if you take your feet together, take the arms lightly above the head, and just very gently come into the forward bend. Now we'll start to build up the intensity, lengthening up through the backs of the legs. Be aware of the sacrum. You can push back a little bit to give a thrust forwards from there. Now lengthen up through the middle of your back, so as if you're taking your ribs out further, your lower ribs. Now think of the upper spine as if you want to lift your chest and carry that further forwards. The hands stream right out in front of you and you're looking ahead. The whole spine is lengthened. Relax down again and then swing up. Legs together. Once again, an impulse from your lower ribs and glide on up through the upper body and arms to the fingertips and take the hands down. You should feel taller. Let's do another round of the sun prayer. Once again, we'll come back to our theme that we have a good impulse here, but in the chest and collarbone area, we stay relatively free. Hands together. Take the arms up. Lift from your ribs and flow through. Come down. Glide out into the standing head to knee position. Now hands by your feet, right foot back. Form a good base. Lift from your rib cage and glide right through the upper body and arms. Come into the plank. Firm line. Knees down. Chest and face slide along the ground and open. Cobra. Downward dog. Right foot forward. Rise up. Left foot forward. Swing up. Grow. Hands by your sides. Hands together. Rising up. Come down and glide forwards. Hands by your feet, left foot back. Lift and stream through the upper body, opening your chest. Plank. Knees, chest and face down. Cobra. Downward dog. Left foot forward. Grow. Right foot forward. Swing up. Lift and flow up through. Hands by your sides. Let's come to the sitting head to knee position. So we're comparing today the activity that comes from the third center and the activity from the region of the fifth center, which have very different qualities. And the head to knee position in its basic form is a classical example of third center, solar plexus activity. Let's start in this triangular position. So you can see you've got a triangle with the tip of the head and the two hands. And here is the center of the triangle. And let's really feel this good active lifting. Maybe emphasize that by collapsing down a bit and then really lifting your ribs up actively. Let's do that a few times to emphasize that movement from the middle. Okay, keeping the shoulders really free and light and open here. Once again, collapse down in the middle and then see if you can find that impulse without tensing up the shoulders, keeping them down and back, the back of the neck just long. Be aware of the back of the neck. Relax again. So when the head looks down a little bit, the back of the neck is more relaxed. When you open up from your middle, you can keep the back of the neck relaxed. So you're doing the activity really from here. Now let's take the arms up with that good stability in your middle. Real lengthening through your back. Arms down again. Okay, let's then take the arms up and come forwards a little way. And again, you can lift your chest and really carry your chest out, arms gliding out into the openness. Coming back up once again, a good lift from your middle, letting the upper body and the arms stream upwards, hands down. Let's continue with that build up. Rising up. Good lift from your middle. Upper body open and light and free. Carry your whole upper body out. Lifting from your middle, gliding out forwards. Lifting from your middle, gliding out forwards. Lifting from your middle, gliding out forwards. Take the hands down. Keep the back straightened, looking ahead. Breath flowing. Come back up again. Lifting from your middle. Hands down. Take one hand behind your back. Take the other arm up. And you can lift your chest and glide through. Change sides. Lift from the middle and glide through. Once again, nice sweeping movement so you can get a dynamic lift from your middle and then that flowing right through the upper body, the chest and the arm. And down again, lifting and flowing through. Good lift of the ribs. Once again, let's come into the sitting head to knee position. Just be aware of your legs, that they form a calm base on the ground. We don't want to do the stretch too much from the legs. We want to do it more with the back. See if you can differentiate. Take the arms up, keeping the legs just in a gentle resting, but it's really your back. The legs rest on the ground, but the back is what's really actively stretching. So we don't need to pull the legs into an agonizing tension. We can do it with the back. We can really develop the stretch with the back itself, gradually reaching out, far, far, far out, far forwards, and take your hands around your feet, or if you can, or just onto your ankles. Keep the breath flowing. Let's come back to that differentiation again. The legs rest on the ground, whereas the actual stretching, we want to guide into our back itself, becoming longer. Good activity from the third center. Come back up once again. Lifting. And take the hands down. Let's just once again come into this open position like this. And you can push through your legs into the inclined plane, lifting up your ribs, dropping the head back. And come back down again. Right, we'll do a position then where we can combine both the third and the fifth centers, and this is the half moon. Come up into a kneeling position. And take your right foot forward. And have a good lift from your rib cage here. So right from the start, let's be aware of this relationship. We want to keep real activity here, and we want to keep light openness around the collarbones. So keep your lower ribs lifted as you form this base. We'll start in this position. You can just open your arms out so that you feel the collarbone section opening. Be aware of how you're really supported from your middle and lightly open across the collarbones. Come back again and change around. Good lift from your middle. Come down. A good lift and a light openness. And then return again. Okay, change sides again. This time we're going to keep a good stability in the middle and do some arm movements with lightness. Come down, starting in the same way, a real support in your middle. Raise one arm just very lightly and freely. Take it down, change the other side. And as you do these movements, be aware of how you're really strong and stable in your middle. And that is what enables you to be very free and light in the arm movements. Take the arm down, change your legs around. Good lift from your lower ribs. Coming down. Find that stability and that openness. One arm. And then changing. Being aware of that relationship. Active center, open collarbones. Come back again. Push into child's pose. Good lengthened back. Come back again. Back onto your knees. We'll do the actual half moon now. In fact, I'm going to demonstrate this position again. If you have a look first before doing it, how we can do it combining these two centers. So if we have a really good base with the legs, not too high, but if you can sink down as low as you're able to, then you can lift up your third center. You can see there's a lifting of the third center out of that firm base with the legs. Now with the upper body, I'm going to think of, if I'm really well supported here, lengthening a bit through the upper spine, but at the same time, just releasing a bit so the chest can lift up into an openness. So we could say 3 different sections: a base, an active middle, and then an opening. So take 1 foot forward. Be aware of your solar plexus center. Come down as low as you can. You're really pushing into your 2 legs. So you've got a stable pelvis out of which you can lift your lower ribs now. Lift from the solar plexus. And now let's think about the chest and the upper spine. We need to grow a little bit through the upper spine to just allow the chest to open a bit more. And then return. Change over to the other side. Get that lift from your solar plexus. Come into the leg base, pushing actively into both legs. Raise the arms. Now another lift from the solar plexus as the hips can go down even more. And now continue to grow through the upper spine, opening the chest. Come back again. Push into child's pose. And then come up again. Right, finally, let's come to our pose of the month, the twisted head to knee pose, parivrtta janusirsasana. Parivrtta means twist. Janu means the knee, and shirsh means the head. So, and asana means position. So we want to work on this idea of activity in the solar plexus, openness in the collarbones. Let's start with the simple version that we did last week. Take your arms up above your head and twist towards your bent leg. And open the arms to glide outwards. Be aware that you're actively twisting in your middle, but your collarbones are wide opened apart. And you can just glide with your arms far apart. Hands are the fingers of one hand touch the toes, and the other hand glides out behind you. You can look towards the hand behind you. And return again, taking both arms up and hands down. Let's change over to the other side. Lift from your middle. Take the arms up. Twist towards the bent leg with an active twist from your solar plexus. Glide the arms far apart. And then spread the arms even more as you lean towards the straightened leg, but pull at the same time with the arm in the opposite direction so that a real openness comes into your chest, looking towards the back hand. And return again. Take the arms down. Change sides once again. So this time, take both arms up and take the arm on the bent side round behind your back. Once again, you can twist from your solar plexus, active twisting and lifting. And as you start to reach over your leg, take care not to round down, but to really lift your lower ribs as if you're carrying your chest up and out. Try to take your chest right over your knee if that were possible, but twisting at the same time. So there's a real activity both of twisting and lengthening from the solar plexus. With your hand, you have an option either round the outside of your foot or over the top of your foot. Or if you're able to come further, you can turn the hand to face up and take the elbow inside your leg and take the foot from inside with the hand upside down. So once you're in this position, you can twist even more, a good active twisting from the third center. And be aware of this collarbone area. Try and get the sense that it's opening out. So this hip of the bent leg should try and stay down. Try not to let it lift too much off the floor. You push down and then you get more of a stretch along your side. Looking upwards. Straighten up again. Stretch up. Hands down. Change your legs around. Take both arms up. Bent side, the arm comes behind the back. And twist round towards your bent leg. And then lengthen, lifting from your solar plexus, lifting your chest, carrying your whole body out over your knee. Hand once again can come either to the outside of your foot or right over the top of your foot. Or if you can come a bit further, take the elbow inside your leg, hand facing upwards, and take the foot from the inside. Make sure that both buttocks stay on the ground. And now twist actively from the solar plexus, lengthening as you do so. The more you lengthen, the easier it is to open the chest and the collarbones. And you can look upwards. Straighten up again. Take both arms up above your head. Take the hands down. Change sides again. Now that we've done the technical aspects of this exercise, I'd like to do it one more time, but focusing more on the subtle feeling that can come into the position, particularly what happens when we have this combination of the third center and the fifth center. It can give a very sensitive experience. We have to be very sensitive to be aware of two different chakras which have very different qualities at the same time. We've got an active twist and we've got a sensitive openness. Let's do the same movement again, but with more conscious awareness of that quality. Take the arms up. Take one arm behind your back on the side of your bent leg. Twist actively from your third center and come lengthening your body far over the leg, twisting at the same time. Take your arm into your chosen position. Open out the collarbones more. And now pause to become aware of how you are actively twisting in the middle of your back and gently opening around your collarbones. Let the breath flow. Stay with that thought. We're active in the center, open around the collarbones. Back again. And stretch up. Take the hands down. Change over to the other side. Take both arms up. Bent arm behind your back. Twist. And now lift from your solar plexus and glide right out through, opening your chest, continuing to glide forwards, eventually take the arm down. So let's once again become aware of this combination of different activities, a gathering and an activity in the solar plexus region, so you can really twist and tighten and lengthen. And then this subtle sensitivity of being open in the collarbone area. See if you can feel these two centers together. Straighten up again. Take the arms up above your head. Good stretch upwards. And take the hands down. Let's finish off in a sitting position. And let's just become aware of the effect that has come from working with these two centers. On the one hand, this real uprightness from your middle. And on the other hand, this soft opening in the collarbone area. Just ask yourself quietly, how does that affect the way you feel physically? And how does it affect the way that you connect with the world around you? Let's finish our session there.